Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Josh Ellsworth with Stalls and wanted to come to you on this Friday afternoon live here from our office in southwestern Pennsylvania to talk to you a little bit about our heat press scholarship that we launched a little while ago. We announced it here on our YouTube channel. If you search back through the videos, you can find the link to that video that lays it all out where we announced it, but we are approaching the deadline date for the first round of applicants. So I want to talk to you a little bit about what all of that means here in a moment. But before we do, I want to show you how to print a t-shirt with the heat press that we are giving away as part of this scholarship. This is our A to Z swing away heat press. It is an affordable press, but it's also a quality press. So we really think that if you are heat pressing for profit, this is the machine you want to get started with. It'll allow you to make quality goods that are going to not only look good, but are going to last. So this is made right here in the USA by us at Stalls. And so, again, I'm going to tell you all about how you can enter into the scholarship. There is a link in the description of this video where you can go right to that page to enter. The last date to enter is the 15th because we will be announcing the finalists right on the 16th. So Monday of next week, we'll be announcing the finalists, which is pretty exciting. So if you've been thinking about getting into the custom apparel business, and there are hundreds and hundreds of you that are, because we have a ton of applications, we know that it's important to have a quality heat press. So we got a little bit in front of the pandemic in developing this. It just happened to time really well with everybody being kind of at home, because this is the perfect home heat press. It's a small space, it's portable, so you can kind of pull it out when you need to use it, tuck it away. It's pretty easy for one person to lift. It's about 50, 60 pounds, and it's a 15 by 15 inch print size. Now, when you're first starting with heat pressing, I think the easiest way to start is with screen printed transfers. Heat transfer vinyl is a great choice as well, and you should certainly consider that if you already have a vinyl cutter. But if you're going to do jobs of like a couple dozen pieces of the same logo, screen printed transfers make a lot of sense. So I have our most popular screen printed transfer style here, which is called Goof Proof. And this is from Stalls Transfer Express. It says it right there on the back of the sheet. And so this is our screen print transfer manufacturing division, where we make these transfers in Ohio, Cleveland area, as well as in the Phoenix, Arizona area, actually in Chandler. So we make these transfers in both places. You can fit your multiple designs on a sheet. We actually screen print them for you. Put an adhesive on the back, so when you heat press it onto the shirt, it feels comparable to direct screen printing with a lot less space and equipment. And so give you some tips along the way, as I always do. When we first press our first shirt, I just booted the heat press up to end the day here on the East Coast to show you this video. I always like to preheat the lower platen because that kind of cools down if the heat press hasn't been turned on. So you always want to preheat that base platen before you print your first shirt of the day. Especially important as we get into those winter months. If you have a cold place, you're keeping the press, like the garage, something like that. And then I like to split the shirt open like this. This is a long sleeve t-shirt, and I like to thread it on. You certainly could just lay it onto the press, but with this heat press design, it's open underneath. So it allows you to split that shirt and thread it on, which helps you get to a single layer so you can have accurate pressure. Now, I'm going to preheat the garment as well. That gets rid of the moisture and the wrinkles. And guys, we're broadcasting live. So hi, Patricia. Good to see you, Steve, Nolan, Abigail, TC, and Fernando. Feel free to shout out. I know where you guys are all watching from, but if you have questions, feel free to ask them. It'd be a great time. So I preheated. I have my temperature set at 365 degrees. My time on this particular transfer is about 4 to 6 seconds. So I'll set it at 6 seconds. And then I'm going to trim it apart and grab my design. If you're experienced at heat printing, make sure you stick around to the end, because I'm going to try a concept with you and see if it works. I love to do trial and error. For this particular design, I'm going to pick the home text. We'll position it into place on the shirt. I'm going to stand in front of you for a second, make sure my design's straight so I don't embarrass myself here. All right. And then I'm going to swing the press back over, and I'm just going to lock it down for the recommended application. Now, the press will beep when it's completed, and this transfer is a hot peel, which means I can open the press right away, swing it away, and I can peel the backing paper hot, and it creates a nice high quality finished print, something that's on there, something that's durable. So you can see that's quick and easy. So if you're taking group orders, or maybe you're selling online like a lot of us are doing right now in this time, whether it's an Etsy store or your own Shopify store, whatever it may be, being able to print to order when you actually get the order is a great way. And I love this. We put a little distressed effect in this, right? When we ordered the transfers over on Transfer Express. Guys, it's free to set up an account over on transferexpress.com. Log in to the designer. There's a designer there. So if you're not a graphic designer, there are literally thousands of clip art and layouts that you can pick from, and you can play around. It's very easy to use. Just like if you were building your own custom greeting card or something like that on a website where it's point and click, that's the Transfer Express designer. It's designed to be super easy for you to be able to buy transfers and space those out. So this is a goof-proof screen printed transfer. Again, this is the heat press that we're doing on this scholarship giveaway. And so before I get to my more in-depth application, let me talk to you a little bit about the scholarship. So there is a link in the description. If you haven't applied already, if you are a startup business, if you're looking to get started in this, we really want to help people get started in the world of heat printing. And so this scholarship is specifically for startup business. Maybe you just want to start your own side hustle or want to take it from side hustle to full-time or add heat press to your embroidery business, something like that. We're looking for somebody getting started in heat pressing or really getting started with a quality piece of equipment. There's a lot of inexpensive machines out there that we know people want to upgrade from. Apply. Tell us your story. Tell us how you got into it. Tell us your experience. We're going to lower that down to 10 finalists on Monday, and we're going to let them know that they are finalists, and they'll be able to fill out a little bit more detail so we can select a final winner of this press. And guys, I got the inside track. We're going to kick this thing off with the boom. So I will tell you, there's a good chance that there may be more than one winner of our first scholarship. So make sure you apply. And this is something where we're going to review those entries, and we're going to award a heat press every 3 months. Moving forward. And then not only are you going to get the machine and the package, but you're going to get education. So I'm going to spend time with you personally. We will do Zoom calls. I will help you in your business answer questions. This is an opportunity to really make your dreams come true. If it's to start your own t-shirt business, we want to help you along that journey. We want to share your story with everybody else that isn't lucky enough to win the press. If that's you, we want to share your story and how we work through some of the tough times and the successes, and just be along for the journey so we can help other people be successful in their business as well. So Steve, thanks for joining. To purchase the screen printed transfers, just visit transferexpress.com and you can set up an account for free, and you can download price grids right there on the page. The transfer type I'm using is called Goof Proof. Okay. There are a ton of different transfers that you can learn about on that website. And so something I've been wanting to try for those of you that may be a little more experienced. So I have this other half of the transfer sheet, homegrown Cleveland. It's a little bit distressed, so it's kind of tough to ruin. I went up to our sample room here at our new studio, and I grabbed this zip up jacket. The easy thing to do would be put it on the back of there. This is a nice new era zip up, but we're going to take some risk here today. I'm going to try to load this. I'm going to press right over the zipper, and I have a theory that if I unzip it, as soon as I press it while the ink's still hot, it'll cut down through that ink, and I'll create a perfect split front design without having to trim it apart and line it all up. So you guys think that's going to work? Anybody ever tried that? I'm curious. Feel free to type in. Just say whether you think it's going to work or you think we're going to have an epic fail here live on YouTube. But either way, I'm going to split that garment and load it on. Again, I'm threading it to get it down to a single layer. Again, I'm not going to be able to get rid of the zipper because I'm actually going to apply right on top of the zipper. But I am still going to try to get rid of these lower pockets and zippers here to get a nice print location. Let's go ahead and preheat. Never tried it, so we're going to try it here today. We'll either ruin something or we'll have a great success we'll all learn from. Either way, we're going to learn something with this application. So I'm going to take the print, make sure, again, I'm going to line it up straight. So let me stand up to do that. Make sure I know where my print is in comparison. Lay it on. I am fighting down kind of like around the zipper. There's not exactly even pressure there. So I definitely want to have a firm pressure on this to be able to fight through that a little bit. We never recommend that you do a screen printed transfer with a pillow. And so normally a pillow would be great for the zipper to sink down in, a heat press pillow that you put underneath. But in this particular case, it's not going to be a good option. We did try this in an old video. I can't remember the exact factors. It was probably like 10 years ago that we tried it, and I haven't done it in a video since. And so I'm curious to see if it's going to work on this press. So let's go ahead and lock it down. We got the 6 seconds here. And going to peel the backing really quick. I'm going to unzip it. Ew. So I thought it would work. Guys, I'll zip it back up and give you a close-up view. I'm not sure if this is something I would recommend and sell. We tried it, right? It gummed up a little bit. Probably not the best combination here. So if I had some extra transfers and some designs to waste, I may try that a little bit differently. Maybe you guys have some ideas on how you think that would work. Maybe a pillow to apply it and then loading it back on without the pillow to get the pressure. I'm not convinced that this isn't solvable, but let's just say goof proof is not the right formula to try it with. So we ruined the shirt, but that's okay. That's why we try stuff. You can see I wasn't getting the pressure there exactly right. It wasn't going to stick to that metal zipper. So we have a lot of that left over. So nonetheless, something that we experiment with and try. So hopefully you guys are excited about your heat press business as we head into the holiday season. Right now, the types of orders we're seeing lots of, because we sell heat transfer vinyl too over at stalls.com if you're new here. We see lots of patterned vinyl going out, stuff that looks kind of like wrapping paper with those sorts of holiday type designs. And so heat transfer vinyl and patterns that you can cut on your vinyl cutter. We're seeing lots of glitters in lots of the silver and gold colors. We're seeing a lot of metallic products, which is like a shiny foil-like finish. And then in screen printed transfers, we're just seeing lots of things that are designed for gifting, and not just individual gifting, but corporate gifting. So businesses right now are thinking about holiday gifts for their employees. So whether that's a school where they want to give a gift from the PTF or the school board or whoever to the teachers, we're certainly seeing a lot of those types of orders flow through, or whether those are businesses where you have a boss that wants to gift something to all of his employees in the form of decorated apparel. We're in the promotional product space. That's a big opportunity here. And so this back half of the year, this gifting season, especially this year, where people want to do a little something extra for people because we've all been cooped up a little bit and on edge. We're seeing more money than ever being spent on transfers for gifting. So make sure you think about that. And Sam had a good idea. Yeah, maybe cut that transfer in half next time before you press it and put a little bit more space so it doesn't have that direct overlap. I think I'll give this another run. Not today. I don't have another jacket to ruin. It starts to get expensive. But again, set aside part of your budget to experiment with things. Maybe you'll get on to a new look, a new trick that will allow you to show something that not every other decorator's doing. So want to wish you the best weekend. Hopefully you enjoy it. And if you're thinking about getting into the heat press business, we have people standing by to be able to answer your questions and help. When you register either on stalls.com or transferexpress.com, you can choose to connect with one of our sales reps or customer service reps, and we're always happy to help you. Thanks so much for joining in, and we'll see you next time.